Welcome back into a Mother's Day edition of the Daily Dose. Happy Mother's Day to all of you moms out there. We love you and we appreciate you. As always, I'm your host, Jeff Hansen. The show's brought to you by CougarSportsInsider.com, part of the 24/7 Sports Network, and by Give'emHellBrigham.com. If you have not done so, check us out at Give'emHellBrigham.com. Subscribe to our free newsletter, and if you like what you see, upgrade your subscription and get more VIP content delivered directly to your email inbox multiple times each week. Today, I want to hone in and talk about three players that I think are going to do really big things under Jay Hill's new defensive scheme. These aren't under the radar players. They're three household names if you're a BYU fan, but I think they are going to be names that will be the fixtures, the absolute stars on BYU's defense under a new defensive scheme with a new defensive mindset. First and foremost is Tyler Batty. Feels like it's been forever since we saw Batty burst onto the scene against Louisiana Tech during BYU's 2020 season. We've been waiting for him to hit that next gear ever since, but I don't think the defensive scheme allowed him to hit that next gear. He wasn't getting to the quarterback, simply wasn't prioritized enough under Ilaisa Tuiaki. That's going to change for Tyler Batty under Jay Hill. He'll be working with Kelly Papinga, with Sione Puha along the defensive line, and there will be one job. It will be to get to the quarterback. And if he does not do that, he will not play. It's that simple for Jay Hill. His pass rushers need to get to the quarterback. And Tyler Batty has every skill needed, every physical trait needed. He's 6'6", he's 270 pounds. He's explosive off the line of scrimmage. He's got big, long arms. He's got all of the skills to be an elite pass rusher. And I think he puts those together under better coaching and a more conducive defensive scheme that suits his skill set. Even last year, he finished with 31 pressures on the year, playing in a scheme that just did not prioritize pressure. I think he's going to have a monster season under Jay Hill. John Nelson, something about those Southern Utah County kids, I guess. Tyler Batty from Payson, John Nelson from Salem Hills High School. He's in a very similar situation to Tyler Batty. John Nelson's motor is relentless. Like, that feels like a cliche that you say about everybody, but when you watch John Nelson play, it is to the whistle on every play. The kid loves football, and he's the kind of guy that Kelly Papinga and that Sione Puha are going to love on that defensive line, because he will set the tone on every single snap. He just does not quit. He's got big explosive ability. Last year, and again, in a defensive scheme that did not prioritize the pass rush, he still finished with 27 pressures. I think the combination of Batty and Nelson is going to be fantastic for BYU, given that they have new coaches who are going to help them showcase their pass rushing skills in a more effective way. And finally, Micah Harper. He's quietly one of the absolute staples in the BYU secondary. From that strong safety position, Micah Harper has proven that he is consistent and that he can have a high impact. When he was targeted in coverage, this is something we don't talk about a whole lot, he gave up just 7.5 yards per reception. I get it, he's from the safety spot, but he's got those cornerback skills that he can slide up and play in the nickel. He can even line up outside. He's a cornerback who's playing safety, but then he can also step up and help in the run game, fill gaps, make tackles. He's really versatile, and I think a player like Harper is going to be really, really highlighted in Jay Hill's defensive scheme. Jay Hill likes to confuse people. If you watch his defenses at Weber State, guys were lining up everywhere. Guys were doing different things on seemingly every snap. Micah Harper is going to allow Coach Hill to do a lot of those things with him and disguise his coverage, disguise his blitz packages, because Harper can do so many different things for the secondary. I think Micah Harper is going to be talked about a ton as this season progresses. All three of these players are going to benefit from a new, more aggressive defensive scheme. And at the end of the day, I guess at the end of the year, I think we're going to talk about these three players as being three of the best players on BYU's defense in 2023. Thank you again for tuning in to the Daily Dose. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it with your friends, and until next time, give them hell.